What's going on, everybody? It's Antonio from Ikari Press. We're on the Indiegogo, $63,885. Santana Baby Triple Cover Pack is, of course, still ongoing. If you want it, head on over to Indiegogo or just type in IkariPress.com. It'll take you right there. Link, of course, is in the description. All right, this is starting to trend from the Sun Papers. Jacko Bombshell. Leaving Neverland director makes dramatic U-turn admitting James Safechuck can't have been abused by Michael Jackson on the dates he claimed. Right. Leaving Neverland director Dan Reed has sensationally admitted that the dates given by one of Michael Jackson's accusers in his film are wrong. Filmmaker Reed was forced into an embarrassing U-turn after Jacko biographer Mike Smallcombe revealed the train station at the singer's ranch was not built until 1994. In the doc, accuser James Safechuck claims he was abused from 1988 until 1992 and was molested in a room within the Neverland station. Yesterday, Smallcombe tweeted out Santa Barbara County construction permits showing approval for the building of the structure happened in September of 1993. In response to Smallcomb's revelations, Reed tweeted, "Yeah, there seems to be no doubt about the station date. The date they have wrong is the end of the abuse. However, Safechuck has repeatedly claimed in the documentary, as well as in court documents and interviews, that the alleged abuse stopped in 1992 when he was 14. Oh boy. On Twitter, Smallcombe slammed Reed's apparent attempt to change the accuser's timeline. He posted, "So Dan Reed is now saying, because the story has been debunked, suddenly the end of Safechuck's abuse was when he was 16 and 17 rather than 14." And I point out, people was like, "Oh, he probably just misremembered." That's a pretty big thing to misremember. And also, James Safechuck isn't an old man with dementia kicking in. He's 41 years old. I'm older than him, and I remember what happened to me 25, 30 years ago. It's a 3-year discrepancy. Just hold your hands up. Don't change the story. This is what happens when you don't investigate properly. Speaking with the Mirror, the biographer called the filmmaker's response, quote, embarrassing. He said, "Firstly, I'm shocked that he's spoken on Safechuck's behalf. And secondly, it's embarrassing that he feels he has to change the narrative of the film, which is that the alleged abuse stopped in 1992, all because part of it has been disproved." Oh, okay. And these are the Photoshop of the actual building permits or whatever. And here's the tweet from Dan Reed admitting that there's some issues with the dates. He also, when Dan Reed sat down with Pierce Morgan, I think on Britain in the AM or whatever, Good Morning Britain, whatever that show is that Pierce Morgan has over there, because some of that's online. Um, and Pierce Morgan was going in on him when the documentary first aired. Because I did videos, and I am of the belief that my channel was stricken because of some of the success of some of the videos that I did. I had over 300 videos that got flagged, and I was of the belief that it was someone that was angry about some of the video. I had videos that were doing, you know, 9, 10, 12,000 views. There was over on one video, there's over 300 people commenting, and all of a sudden my all my videos got struck and my whole channel got taken down, and I'm having to rebuild over this. But people, just from people pointing out questions, when Dan Reed sat down with Oprah Winfrey, she didn't really press him, because Dan Reed was trying to make money. This whole documentary is Dan Reed trying to make money. If Michael Jackson is guilty, then I'm all, then all this, hey, stop playing his music, stop doing this, stop doing that. I'm all for it. But when you looking at the facts, Razor Fist, he did some very compelling videos. If you look on the Rageaholic YouTube channel, he's got three very compelling videos where he's going. I mean, he got court documents, he's got clips of interviews, stuff, stories where the people's story at the time and what they're saying now just didn't add up. He also just interviewed, what was it, Taj, and what was it, Brittany Jackson, or Brandy Jackson, Taj Jackson and Brandy Jackson, Michael's niece and nephew. And Brandy was claiming that her and Wade actually date. There were all kind of things that were debunking some of this, and it's like, oh, so Michael was molesting you, but you were dating his niece at the same time. And she's like, yeah, we dated for a couple of years. That Razorfist has some really good information on his channel, but I don't know. This is strange because I don't like the way Dan Reed comes off on some of these. He's like, oh, okay, that's clearly wrong, but the rest of it's right. Um, and then as more people have started digging into it, you see some of the secrets from behind the scenes have started surfacing. The thing about some of the pickup shots that Dan added, the whole part about the scene where was it, James Safechuck is holding, he's got the little box of jewelry that Michael gave him, and talking about that him and Michael had some kind of secret ceremony where they pledged marriage to each other or whatever, and a lot of that was added. He didn't feel like he had enough bang for his buck when they watched the documentary the first time, so he needed to add more shocking stuff to it. So then they went back to James Safechuck and they filmed that, which he's admitted that yeah, they had to add a couple of scenes in there. So certain things are starting to look real funny. It's not smelling right. If it, I've spoke on Leaving Neverland. It's I feel like Leaving Neverland is the greatest horror movie I have ever witnessed. It's better than Freddy Krueger. It's better than Jason or Michael Myers. It is one of the most shocking, disgusting things I've ever seen. For whether you like Michael Jackson or not, I'm like, if it's a Halloween festival, I highly recommend sitting through Leaving Neverland, because I'm telling you, the stuff that you hear in that is just disgusting and shocking. It was, but if you're gonna put it out there, you can't all of a sudden when people start exposing your bullshit go, oh well, that part's not right, but this is clearly accurate. So which one is it? But I already know how this is gonna go, guys. Get in the comment box, let me know what you guys think. So with that being said, I'm gonna wrap this video up. And if you guys want to reach out to me, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and right here on this YouTube channel. Everywhere is at Ikari Press. And if you type in IkariPress.com, it will take you directly to my Indiegogo campaign for my comic book series brand with the phenomenal Kanan White. We're on Teespring. We're on Amazon.com. The links to those are in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe. I'm out.